Okay, happy Monday, everyone. Thank you so much for hopping on. If I am not a familiar face to you, let me just introduce myself real quick. My name is Brittany Raup. I have been with Plexus for almost 7 years, which is crazy because it feels like it has been 7 months, but time flies. I'm an Emerald ambassador, and I'm super excited to be sharing with you tonight. Before I dive in, I wanted to introduce a special guest who's just going to share a little something with you. She is actually my mom, Kim Bareka. I am so honored to be doing this alongside my mom. She is a senior gold ambassador. She's on her way to Ruby. And on my team, she is one of our top recruiters. She, like every single month, so consistent with her recruiting and bringing friends in through her social media posts and stories. And this really ties in with what we're going to be talking about tonight. And she's also known for just loving people super well, just taking care of her customers and just being that like light to everyone around her. So I wanted to celebrate her and give her just a few minutes here at the beginning of our call to share what she's been doing and what has been working so well for her with recruiting. So Mom, you can go ahead.
Well, that was quite the introduction. I feel very humbled by that. I would just like to share a few things that I do every single day. And one of them is I pray over my business and just ask the Lord to guide me every day. And I really feel that consistency is the key. And so if you follow my stories, you'll always wake up to a scripture that has meant something to me for that day or to encourage people. And then I highlight a product or one of our systems, like the detox system or triplex system, every single day. And you have to remember that that's our storefront. I feel like if I don't do it every day, oh, someone might miss the fact that I have amazing ways to bless them with the supplements because they've done so much for me. I also love in person. I love to talk about it. So I'm 62 years old, and everybody my age has some kind of physical problem or aches and pains. Or so I have that in my corner that I get to talk with people who are struggling and have something that can help them. And so I just always am talking about it. I'm passionate about, like I said, the Lord, family, my friends, and Plexus. So every single day, those are the things that I love to talk about. I just was telling Brittany today, I tend not to use. I don't put my oh, what's it called? I'm a little nervous, so I'm forgetting. I don't put the share a cart or like my link out there. What I do is I am passionate about talking to people or getting them on the phone because I want to know what they're allergic to. I want them to know, I want them to hear in my voice how passionate I am about the products and how much I care. And so, as a last resort, I'll send my link or share a cart. And I know from Gold School that the Gen Zs and the Gen Xers, they don't want to be on the phone. They want to get the link. They want to get the share card. And so I'm also very conscious about that. And I really loved learning that at Gold School because here I am quite a bit older and didn't understand that because I'm like, can I call you? I'm always wanting to talk about it. So I would say the main thing is don't just post once or twice a week. Don't just post every now and then. Post every day the things that you're passionate about. So it'll show if you're passionate about Plexus and helping people and wanting people to be healthy. That will be your storefront. And so then they'll want to come to you. So I don't want to take up too much time. I'm honored that you would even ask me, Brittany, to share that. And I'm just so blessed to be on this call.
Thank you, Mom. Okay, drop some love for Kim in the comments. She really is amazing and such an encourager. So thank you, Mom, for sharing. I was shouting her out in my team chat last month, and I'm like, my mom just signed up her like 1 millionth customer for this month. She's just really such a great recruiter, and it is because of consistency. So congrats, Mom, and thanks for sharing. I would love for everybody to just drop a win from last week in the chat. Okay, could be life, could be plexus, family, whatever. Drop a win in the chat. Everybody can think of one thing that went well last week that you can celebrate. Pop it in the chat, and that way we can just see what's going on. We can celebrate each other. You can read through them as we get going, okay? Awesome. This is great. Okay, just to kind of give you guys an overview of where we're at, right? We just started these community connect calls. Alita kicked us off last week. What we're going to be doing on these calls is focusing on one of the 4 pillars of your business. I wanted to give you kind of this framework so you know like where we're at and what we're doing. So the 4 pillars of your business are recruitment, retention, duplication, and leadership development. And if you think of those 4 pillars as like 4 columns of a building, they sit on a foundation of mindset, right? We always also need to be working on our mindset and minding our thoughts. So those 4 things are what you're going to be hearing about on these community connects over and over and over again. And what's cool is you will hear a different perspective on these 4 pillars, but these are the 4 things that hold your business up. And if one is crumbling, you're not stable, right? If 2 of them are missing, your building is not going to stand up, right? So last week, Alita talked about duplication. Tonight, I'm going to talk about recruitment, and specifically in the area of content, right? We all create content. And so usually that is social media, right? If you have posted about on Facebook or Instagram about Plexus, raise your hand. How many of you have ever made a post about Plexus? Okay. Everybody. All right. So you're sharing content, you're creating content. And we're going to dive into that tonight. Now, my team knows this about me. You might need a pen and paper. Okay. I am a teacher. I'm a homeschool mom of 4. And so I like to give you takeaways and action items that you can apply to your business. You're always going to leave training with me with a to-do list of like things you can actually implement right away. So you might want to grab something to take notes with, but we are going to dive into content. Some of you are really focused on building in person, and I love that. I just want you to know there is nothing like being face-to-face and belly-to-belly with people. I have 2 events in person on the calendar for this month. So that is huge and important. Okay. I cannot stress enough how important it is. Do the in-person events, but we're also looking to expose people to what we have to offer through the tool of social media. So it is very important to learn how to do it well. We want to be skilled in using social media as a tool. Okay. This is creating content. Now, content is not where you sell. Content is what fills your funnel so that you can have conversations, and conversations are where you actually sell. Okay. So I want you to let go of the thought that you can just post and everybody's going to sign up. All right. That is not what content is for. Content is to get you into conversations, and that is where you're going to be able to connect with people, to explain the value, and to make the sale. Okay. I've been learning a lot about this over the past year, really dove into some training with Bob Heilig and his Love, Serve, Grow program. It has been so great. And I have learned a lot and implemented it. And it has caused me to have my best recruitment year in Plexus this year so far. So it is working. It does take time and consistency, but I had some real work to do on my content. And so I'm going to be sharing what I've been learning with you guys. The first thing that we want to focus on with our content is being transformational, not transactional. Okay. Transactional posts maybe worked 4, 5, 6 years ago, but they do not work today, right? People do not want to feel like they're just being sold to all the time on social media. We want to be transformational. Transformational content leads with solving problems, right? We want to solve problems for people, because at the end of the day, people are not just buying the products that we sell, they're buying solutions to problems. All right. So for example, take a product like Active. People aren't just buying Active, they're buying improved energy, right? They're seeing Active as a solution to the problem that they have. Or if you're selling them Triplex, they're not just buying Triplex, they're buying improved gut health. They have a gut health problem, and Triplex is going to be the solution for them. See what I mean? So in our content, we shouldn't be just highlighting here's triplex, here's active, right? Here's all the active graphics. It's great. Like we know it's great, but we're not convincing people that it's great because we're not leading with the problem. Okay. So we focus on the problem. Instead of here's triplex, we can say, do you have gut health issues? What do gut health issues look like for someone? Right? We can talk about those things. That leads with problem solving so that people can connect with your content and realize, ooh, I have that problem. What's the solution? Right? Get into conversation. So a couple of things to keep in mind with transformational versus transactional content is number one, your content is about your prospect, not your products. When you are creating content, Instagram, stories, reels, Facebook posts, whatever it is, think about who you're talking to. Think about your prospect. What does she need? What does he need? What are they looking for? What kind of problems do they have in their lives? When we're too product focused, we really don't talk to anyone. We're just putting information out there. But when you're focused on your prospect, it's going to be much more meaningful and feel a lot more valuable. The second thing is that the problems you solve are defined by the person that you help. So maybe you don't know, like, who am I trying to reach? You may have to think, like, who is my ideal client? Who is the ideal person that I would love to connect with? You can write down, like, what is he like? What does she do? What's their lifestyle? When you have someone clear in your mind, when you do your social media post, it's like you're speaking to a specific person and it is going to resonate with that person that you're looking for. And the third thing is that successful content is defined by service and growth. We have to have a love and service mindset when we are putting content out there in order for it to really connect with people. All right. Now, many times when we get into this social media space, we want to be viral, right? We want to have all the views on the reels and we want to have all the followers and all the things. I want to encourage you, stop chasing being viral and start chasing being valuable. Okay. Don't worry about viral, worry about valuable, and your following will grow if you're valuable. Okay. You don't even need a huge following, although that's great. And if you have that, that's a good thing. You need a hot following, meaning that the people that are following you are the kind of people that are going to engage with you and talk to you and really want what you have to offer. You don't need a million of those people, right? You just need people that are actually engaged. And remember that your content creates leads. You don't sell in your content, you sell in your conversations. And we're going to get really specific about this. I've got a graphic to show you. We're going to walk through what some of your social media posts can look like. But right away, you might be thinking like, okay, teach me the tricks to the algorithm, right? What time do I post? Like, what are the catchy songs I can use that will get me all the things? Don't worry about it, okay? It changes constantly. It literally changes all the time. And the algorithm works perfectly, right? I mean, it's artificial intelligence, like it's not making mistakes. It works perfectly that if you are valuable, your content will be seen. If your content is getting zero engagement, no one's watching, don't blame the algorithm. Take a look at it and say, why is this not valuable? Like, why is Instagram not putting this in front of people? How can I improve the value of what I'm sharing so that people want to see it, right? Like the algorithm does not make mistakes. So don't stress about, doing all the tricks to beat the algorithm. Just focus on being valuable and you will get more engagement. Okay. If you follow me on Instagram or social media, you might be like, okay, you don't have a huge following. You are right. I do not have a huge following because I'm focused on a specific person, right? If you are very, very vanilla in your content, like you don't take a stance on anything, you're trying to like appease everyone, you may have a lot of followers, but not a lot of connection. Okay. When you're focused on a specific person, you're going to find the right person and you might push away the people that aren't for you. And that's okay. It's all right. You're looking for a specific kind of person. But do not focus on being viral. Just focus on being valuable. Okay. I'm going to share a graphic with you guys. Hold on. I got to find the share button here. Okay. Can you guys see this screen with the funnel? Okay, great. So these are, let me get my notes out of the way here. These are the type of people we're trying to connect with. And I mentioned that your content is meant to fill your funnel. So think of your funnel as like people that you are engaging with, talking to, and the goal is to bring people into Plexus, right? The goal is to have people join your team so that you can offer the incredible value of our products and our community. There are different ways to speak to the different people that are in your funnel, okay? So top of funnel, all the way at the top. These are your cold leads. These are people who don't really know you, and the goal is to attract them with your content, right? Get your content out there so that people can see it. And the way that you do this is through value. So you can kind of see under top of funnel, it says value. This is the type of post you would do to attract these kind of people. Value posts, not really mentioning your products, things that are informational and educational, like how I do my homeschool routine with my kids, how I made this healthy cracker recipe that saved me money, whatever the thing is, that kind of content is valuable to people, offering tips. If you're in like the wellness space and you have tips to offer in that is a great segue to talking with people about Plexus. But for your cold market, people that do not actually know you, you are just trying to attract them by adding value. Okay, that's that top section. The middle of your funnel, again, these are people like we're getting closer to them actually joining your team. The middle of your funnel is your warm leads. These are people who know you either through social media or in real life. And the goal is to nurture that relationship. Okay. They're already watching you. They've seen your posts, you've added value. And the type of posts that speak to this person are connection posts. These are things where you share your values. Like my mom was saying, she shares scripture a lot. That may not resonate with everyone, but for her warm market that's following her and has the same values she has, that's going to resonate with them, right? It's nurturing. So connection could be value, could be things about your lifestyle, something inspirational or funny. Humor is a great way to nurture a relationship, and other shareable content. Okay, this is how you nurture people in the middle of your funnel. And then in your bottom of your funnel, okay, these are your hot leads. These are people who know you by now, they've been watching your content, and they are ready to purchase from you. Okay, they've been watching you. The goal is to convert them to a customer. And we do this through proof and invitation. So a proof post is product focused. So I'm not saying never talk about the products. You absolutely need to talk about the products. This is where proof comes in. So I'll give you a great example. Amanda Book, who's on this call, she shared a post today that was so simple. It was just a selfie of her, and she said, down 30 pounds today. And she had little hashtag like gut health matters or gut health is everything or something like that. Amazing post. Okay. Amazing post because it shared proof that her products are working. It was not salesy. There was no, so you should buy from me, and here's my link. No, not at all. It was just a simple, this is working. And that creates curiosity. I think she had like 130 likes on it, amazing post, Amanda. And you didn't have to put a ton of time into it. You're just sharing proof. This could also be customers that you're working with. So if a customer tells me, oh my gosh, I love Iron Woman, I'm 30 weeks pregnant and I'm not anemic for the first time because of Iron Woman. Number one, I'm going to ask her to share that. I'm like, you have friends who need to hear that. Like, go share that. For this particular friend, she's like, I'm not ready to, but you can. And I was like, great. So I grabbed a cute, her holding her belly because she's pregnant. I just put exactly what she told me. And it was proof that the things I'm sharing with my customers are working for them. And I was like, I'm so happy for my friend Jen. Check out how her iron levels have improved or whatever I said. And it was Jen and it was her thing. And I just said, like, I shared this with permission on the bottom. And that was a great post because it was proof that the things I'm doing for my customers are really helping them. And she was happy for me to share it. Okay. So proof posts are, it could be customers that you have, it could be your own success story, it's product focus. This is something that someone who's been watching you and is ready to buy, they need to see this type of content, right? They need to see the proof. And also invitation. So this is making an indirect or a direct ask, okay? So this is asking people like, do you want to do this with me type thing. This could be about the business, this could be about the products, but the ask is not, here's my link. Okay. You don't say all the things and then say, and here's a share card. No, that's too big of an ask for a social media post. The ask is, into a conversation. Okay. So a lot of times in my posts, I'll say like, comment detox below if you're interested in this system or something, some kind of call to action, but it's not, here's a link, because that does not work. Okay. And that helps funnel people down in order for you to convert the person and make a sale and sign up your new VIP. If you need a screenshot of this, take it now because I'm going to stop sharing my screen. But I think that is super helpful to just kind of know like what type of post should we be doing. Okay. And when you have a bit of a plan, you don't have to feel so lost with social media, right? You could look at your calendar or look at your planner for the week and say like, oh, on Monday, I'm going to do a proof post. On Tuesday, I'm going to do whatever. And you can actually plan it out. Like this is a business. You have to be a little bit intentional about your content if you expect it to create and generate leads for you. Sometimes we just don't have a wide enough top of funnel, right? So if you feel like, man, I'm not getting any engagement on my content, I've got nobody to talk to, how are you funneling people in? Like, how are you actually getting in to conversations with people? Sometimes the funnel is just not wide enough. And sometimes we talk to everyone as if they're in the very bottom of our funnel and they're not. We haven't added enough value yet. So don't forget, you have to be valuable. You have to be seen as a person who adds value. And one thing that I love to think about is I want people to get so much great information for free from me that they think, man, it must be really awesome to be her customer. Like if this is what she's giving out for free, I can't imagine what it's like to work with her. That's how valuable you should be, right? Okay. So you can't talk to everybody the same way. Your top of funnel people, you are connecting. Your middle of funnel people, you are nurturing. And then the people who are ready to buy from you, that you need to make an ask. You actually have to invite them to do it with you. Okay, so let's say you dive into social media, you're creating great content, you're showing proof, all the things. Now what? Okay, you've got all this great content. You must be reaching out to everyone who engages with your content. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. You must be reaching out to everyone that engages with your content. All likes and all comments are engaged leads. They are on your hot list. Okay, they are watching you, they're engaged. If you are not going to message people, don't bother posting. I know that's a little harsh, but seriously, Alicia's like, dang. Okay. Really, I mean, you can still post if you want. Maybe someone will come to you, but it is kind of a rare unicorn that's going to message you and be like, yes, I need that. It happens, but it's pretty rare. 9 times out of 10, you are going to have to still be the one who initiates the conversation. Okay. So it's really simple. I got to skip ahead because I'm running out of time, but you can go to your post, see who engaged with your stuff, right? And just send them a message like this. Hey, Deb, I saw your like on my post about gut health and fatigue. I was just wondering, is this something that you're struggling with or interested in learning more about? Just ask a transformational question, right? You're leading with their problem. You're trying to assess, do they have a problem in this area? Is that why they engaged with your content? If yes, great, then we can offer a solution, right? We can go back and forth, talk about what they're struggling with and say, hey, could I share what's really helped me in this area? That is a great question, right? Could I please share with you what's really helped me in this area? Every time they're going to say yes, right? Because if you've already determined that they have a problem, they've shared that with you, they want help. If you ask them, it's a very disarming question, right? It's not, can I sell you Plexus? It's, could I share what's helped me? They're going to say, yeah. And then you can offer the solution, which is Plexus, right? That is how you can get people from a warm lead, a hot lead to ready to join you. And this process does not have to take forever. One of the things that I do is I run an anti-inflammatory eating group. It's just like a Facebook group. All I do is add value, recipes, meal plans, recipes. But every single person that joins that group, I message them and people just come. Like, it's crazy. I guess people are searching for that term, right? So they find it and they join the page. I message them and I say, hey, Kayla, thanks so much for joining the anti-inflammatory eating group. My name's Brittany. I'm the admin. I love supporting friends in their health journey. What brought you to the group? What brought you to the group? Okay, so if you have a group like this, great question. What brought you to the group? I'm trying to figure out their problem, right? People don't just join these things for no reason. Or if they're engaging on your posts, what caught your attention? Like what made you interact with that? And then we go back and forth. And then I ask that same question. Could I share something that has really helped me in this area? My whole point of telling you that is it doesn't have to take forever. Last month, I had a new person join that group. She's from California. I have no idea who she is. She ordered the detox support system in 3 days, like from first message, what brought you to the group, to becoming a customer, 3 days. Because if you are speaking to someone and you understand their problem and you're ready to offer a solution, that whole process can move really, really quickly. Okay. So it doesn't have to take forever. Find out their problem, offer a solution. All we're doing when we're in conversations with people about the products is we're assessing need and determining fit. Okay, that is your job when you're in a conversation. Assess need, determine fit. Do you have a problem that Plexus can help with? Is this a good fit for you? That's it, right? That's what we're trying to do, but you have to know their problem first. So if you jump in a little bit too fast to like, everyone needs Plexus, so here's all the things here, like just slow down and just make sure you know what their problem is so that you can offer the solution, because people are not buying products. They are buying solutions to problems, okay? We are problem solvers. We have incredible, fantastic tools, and it's not just the products. Our community solves problems for people too. I was talking to someone this week who is just craving like a wellness community. She's just craving connection. That's a problem. We have a solution, we can offer that. So we're just trying to find out what the problems are. As a general rule of thumb with your content and your posts, there should be a 5-to-1 ratio of give to ask. Okay, so it is important to make that invitation post. It is important to ask people if they're ready to join you, but 5-to-1. 5 times you need to be adding value, connecting, showing proof for every one ask, okay? So your homework for tonight, because we want to leave you every single week with a takeaway, with something to do. You do not want to just come on here and consume training, right? And not do anything. You want to take action, because that is what's going to propel you forward, change your business, change your life, bring more people in, right? So your takeaway for tonight, audit your social media. We're going to do a self-audit of your social media. Take a look over August so far and all of July. Just scroll your own page, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, and ask yourself these questions. Am I sharing enough content? If you only have 2 posts up for August, you can't expect to be in a lot of conversations, right? If social media is your main way you're sharing Plexus. So am I sharing enough content? Is my content valuable? Am I offering value? Could someone come and read my stuff and leave with something valuable, right? That's what you're looking for. Do you see value, connection, proof, invitation? Now, you didn't know what those things were until tonight, but as you look, are you sharing stories? Is there proof of the products working? Are you making invitations? Are you connecting and sharing a little bit of your life and your values? Okay, look for those things. Are you making too many asks? Is it just Plexus ask, Plexus ask, Plexus ask? You may need to tone it down. That's okay. And then, am I being transactional when I should be transformational? Okay. We are in such an easy space to show transformation, right? Like Plexus transforms people's lives, whether it's the business you're talking about, whether it's your personal health journey. We have no reason to not show transformation and lead with transformation, because we have the best stuff. Okay. So that is your homework. You're going to do an audit. Maybe you could buddy up with somebody on your team or your power partner, whoever it is. Audit each other, give each other some feedback, and then make a social media plan for the rest of this month. Okay, we're not even halfway through the month. You can map it out, grab a piece of paper and map out the different posts you're going to do. That will also like de-stress you and help you have clarity. I know when I have a little bit of a plan, my stress level just goes way down, right? Because it's like, it's not taking up space in my brain anymore. I'm like, no, I have a plan. I can release that from my brain because it's here on this piece of paper. So make a plan, map it out. And then this is really important, guys. Commit to keeping a list of the people who interact with your posts or your reels or your stories, right? You need to be seeing who's viewing your stories. These are your hot leads. If you're not talking to these people, you are missing so many opportunities. So digital, paper, Post-it, I don't care, phone note, some kind of list somewhere of all your engaged leads. That's everyone who likes, everyone who comments, everyone who watches your story, and make that your list of people to connect with, okay? You can even go back through your old posts and do this. Like you can go back a month and say like, hey, Deb, I noticed that on that post I did last month about fatigue, I saw that you just interacted with that, whatever. You can go back, like it's fine. She might not remember, but it'll start a conversation where you can assess need and determine fit. and see if she has a problem that Plexus can solve, right? Okay, so it's 9:01. I'm going to wrap it up. I could say more, but hopefully that gives you guys kind of some clarity and game plan for your social media so you can just absolutely crush it the rest of the month. Thank you guys so much for being here. Have a wonderful week and go create some awesome content that connects. Bye, guys.